Hello, beautiful Pisces. Welcome back to Intuitive Energies, and I'm going to do your full moon reading in Virgo. Now, I have to admit something. I have done a full moon reading in Libra, first of all, which is next month. So I have to kind of go into that. Maybe it's going to be revealed in this reading why such a, I don't know, a path was taken in the wrong direction. I'm fully aware of how they work, and I have no idea why it went. Like, I knew it was a new moon in Pisces, and it should have been but I didn't. I took the other road. So many of the videos, if they talk about Libra energy, I'm going to leave that in there because those videos are already done and they're scheduled to drop, and I'm not going to redo all of them. I'm going to just let them be. So if you hear me at any point in the week talking about Libra energy, it needed to be in those readings for some reason. There are no coincidences in my life. Even this error is not a coincidence. Secondly, I've got these beautiful things that were sent to me. They're like nail covers. I like them very much, so I figure I would wear them in this video because it's a nice video. It's a moon video, so we're gonna use it. So I took out the right card, and we're gonna do a reading for full moon in Virgo, which is funny because Virgo, I'm a Pisces, my husband's a Virgo, so this should not have happened at all. I know we are a different spectrum. So it says take inspired action, full moon in Virgo. These are beautiful, but I don't know how functional they are. I don't think they're very functional for this, but thank you to the person who sent them to me. So it says, this card is bursting with goddess energy and reminds you that while it's wonderful to have lofty dreams, you also need to ground those desires by taking inspired action. Commune with the heavens, but take practical steps down here on earth. Draw down the energies of the divine by doing something as seemingly trivial as making a bullet point list of what you need to do to manifest your dreams into reality. Also know that you're 100% worthy of your dreams. Ditch self-effacement, criticism, and second-guessing yourself and others. Right. So this, like I said, having to redo this video actually made me start going into that criticism and second guessing of everything that I did, because I do actually list out all the moons. I've been doing it for the last 2 years, so this was completely, I don't know, out there somewhere. I seem to be missing things, so all I'm trying to tell you, Pisces, is what I'm sensing from them, what they're saying is if you do start making a few mistakes, double check your stuff again, but don't let it wear away at your self-confidence, right? Don't start guessing yourself. I mean, we all make mistakes. We're not just, you know, stupid people who go around just, you know, making mistakes just in order to make mistakes. Some of us actually do work hard towards doing stuff. So you have the full moon in Scorpio. Okay, breathe through the tension. I like that. Okay, work through your feelings. Last quarter moon in Aries. Practice gratitude. And there we go. Okay, so just those came out, so use these. I'm going to use the keywords here because I think they're important, but it's full moon in Scorpio, last quarter moon in Aries, and last quarter moon in Sagittarius. So all of these, use these in order to help yourself here, Pisces. Don't be so hard on yourself, okay? Because sometimes we really are. We're special when it comes to ourselves. To doing stuff to ourselves. So, all right. So, do I have Virgo here? Let's see. No, I'm just gonna take a card. Yeah, it's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna do it because they look awesome, right? Yeah. These would probably be great for costume parties, going out. Yeah, they're very, very beautiful. I'll put her link on the Etsy page there at the bottom. Okay, so Chiron, heal. Okay, I feel this is an opportunity to heal. If you made a mistake and you think to yourself, oh God, you know, I feel so little, I feel so small. It may be coming from a place of insecurity. We're going to be dealing with a lot of that. We're going to go back in the lower chakras, so just remember to be kind to yourself, Pisces, okay? All right, the 12th house, introspection, right? Go in yourself, all right? And accept help from the community. So you have a lot coming in here with these cards. I mean, there's a lot of cards coming in for this Virgo, which, not surprising, Virgo always have a lot to say. Virgo is, I married one, so I know one very intimately for a very, very long time. Very, very long time. If they love you, they can be very kind. If they don't, they can be very critical. So be careful. Be careful of them. They try to do it. He's very kind to me because I have a very bad temper if he's mean. But he is usually very kind to me when he points out stuff that I may have done wrong, said wrong, communicated wrong, whatever. Okay? I feel that this Virgo, I feel it's almost, it was begging me to forget that it was a Virgo full moon. It's so weird, but that's what I feel. I feel it was going, and the reason it wanted me to forget is it wanted me to forget the criticism, okay? It didn't want me to stay in that energy of critical thinking. Take your inspired action, but don't stay stuck on the stuff that's going to hold you down. Because with Pisces, we tend to flog ourselves, okay? We'll flog ourselves with our mistakes. And I feel that this is what that said right there. I'm still kind of dumbfounded that I just it completely went over my head. And I will keep that Libra reading that I did, and I will post it, so I may look out of place with this backdrop when you do see it later on in April, but I will keep it because I think it's still, it's very good. The energies are there. It doesn't much matter. When you go in intention looking for energies the way they are, out comes what's supposed to come out, okay? Right, so you have the Wheel of Fortune that came out. You have the Queen of Swords. You have the Moon and the Seven of Cups. Right, so I see this energy again. I still see it here coming out for you. I feel that these are the cycles that you're supposed to be going through, that you are supposed to be giving thought and introspection, but don't sacrifice yourself too much in the choices that you make. Remember that even the mistakes that we make in our lives, they're there for a reason. Even if they feel foolish or dumb, they're here for a reason. You make those mistakes for a reason, and then you walk your way out of it. Working your way out of stuff, working your way out of criticizing yourself, how to belittling yourself, making yourself feel small, is the best way that you can work that energy. And I do feel that the Libra energy that is coming in April is already here trying to balance things out. So I don't feel that it's bad to have that energy. We're within its grasp anyway, even if it is the full moon, even though the full moon in Libra is only in April 16th. You're still the energies are still very close to each other. It's not like in 6 months from now. And we all know that the full moon's energy can be in for a long time. I don't have the exact, but I've heard some people say 8 weeks, some people say 6 weeks, some people say 4 months. So just keep that in mind, okay? I do these readings for the dates that they appear on our calendar, but it doesn't mean that the energies, it's like exact. I used to work for a company that used to measure liquids, okay? And 2 plus 2 never made 4 when you're calculating liquids. It doesn't work that way, okay? Because it's fluid, it's flowy stuff, okay? So are we. We have to go with the flow of things, okay? You can't always be looking for, there's going to be clashing personalities, but this is asking you to look beyond that with the 5 of Wands that is in reverse, okay? Instead of brainstorming your stupidity or whatever you feel you've been stupid at, take the time to just try to meditate and think of, I don't know, communicating your mistakes, fixing the mistake if it can be fixed, and not getting stuck in the petty hassles and the annoyances that all of this brings. I find that when criticism comes to pass, things come in. Sometimes the bigger picture is missed. I feel like the Knight of Pentacles a lot of the times comes in and he's showing us, don't get stuck in the details, okay? Virgo, the Pentacles is the earth sign. Don't get too stuck in all those details, okay? Right. And I have a perspective coming in. And you have beautiful Emperor in the sign of, I think it's Aries. So fire energy coming in, okay? And you do have a new moon in Aries coming in April. So that's even closer than the full moon in Libra. So there you go, okay? Just keep that in mind as you're looking at these things, Pisces. It's asking you to take a moment to spot the mistakes, but not to flog yourselves over them. See the bigger picture, the broader message, and maybe the reason why, okay? Now, I'm not talking about people who constantly make the same mistakes. I'm not one to usually make like mistakes over and over again, but I feel like I have been. Also, I've had a few people point it out, and I think there's a reason for that. In my life, there's always a reason for everything. I try to look at things in a different perspective, and I feel that's what they're trying to ask you. They're also asking you who's stealing your power. Is it you letting people steal away your power, or are you doing that for yourself? Okay, are you stealing your own power away from yourself, Pisces? So take a closer look at that as well. Let me see here. Okay. You have harmony coming in. Yeah, with harmony also comes in trying to find a solution to problems rather than looking for, focusing less on the problem and more on the solution is what I meant. Okay. Use your partnerships, share with each other, okay? Build on friendships. Find the people who will uplift you and help you with your mistakes rather than just point them out, okay? Because there's some people who do that. There's a lot of people who are willing to help, and that is wonderful. They give you great advice. They give you stuff to look into, and that's fine. That's pretty good, okay? And those are good people to have on your side all the time. Try to figure out what's critical and what is productive as well. Okay? So you have the Nine of Wands as well. And the Nine of Wands is turning that difficulty on the other side. Okay? That's persevering and determination with the Nine of Wands. But in this case, it's telling you to take that energy and turn it less into a difficulty. Make it easier on yourself is what I'm getting with this. The Hierophant card, not so much a black and white of always wanting to be the teacher. Make sure that you have a balance between a teacher and the student. That's very important. Okay? And that's for all. I mean, some people say, yeah, take my advice, but do you take other people's advice? Do you reply to people? Do you help them? Okay? You have the Queen of Wands. That way you can work more on your creativity and also the fire energy that's coming in, okay? There's a lot of fire energy coming in, and you want to really tap into that. You don't want to tap into the disharmony. So you've had the Two of Cups in the upright and in the Lovers in reverse. So it's a fine balance right now. There's contradictions in this reading. That's what I feel. Like, just this reading wasn't meant to be, but I know it is meant to be. But it was like not meant to be for me to do it. Like, that's why I did Libra instead of... It's like I skipped right over Virgo. I wanted to skip right over this. I didn't want to deal with any of it. And it's very odd. It's very weird. I'll say that much. For myself, I feel it's very weird. So let me take a look here with the Moon, the Seven of Cups. Yeah, that's basically what I do feel coming in for you, Pisces. Okay. Yeah, I even like forgot a card in the middle here. So it's just, it feels like some of this is going to be almost like a disorganized mess for you. You're going to feel a little bit out of sorts with this energy. I think it's because we had a deep dive in the Pisces introspection, and suddenly to go into the Virgo grounding is going to be a little bit of in denial. I think it's what I feel. I feel like I'm in denial. I'm in denial. I didn't make a mistake. You're not supposed to be here. That's what I feel. It's like, you're not supposed to be here. I wasn't supposed to be dealing with you. That's not what I want to deal with. I want to flow, and then I want to fly with the Libra energy. I just want a Libra energy. So please, I'm going to leave this here like this as this type of reading. Don't get stuck in this Virgo energy. And I know it's like, but at the bottom of the deck, it's talking about oppression. Okay? Oppressive. It feels like a weight. So be very careful about how it comes through for you this month. I'm glad I caught it in time, but I think I caught it for a reason. I think that because even somebody told me, oh, it's not a new moon in something anyway, and even that, the communication was not clear, okay? It was not clear. And the only part I remember now is it's opposing, but he was talking full moon and I was talking new moon. So it's very odd, this going on, but I feel that it's going to feel like that. This moon's going to kind of rain on your parade, rain on your party. It's gonna, crap in your cocktails. It's not going to feel very good when it first comes in. And I would say just take the time to, right here it talks about the introspection and the community. I'm going to read a little bit about what those say, because I feel that the healing is important. It says, find purpose in your problems, right? Hard-earned wisdom is now relevant and needed. You don't have to assign causality. I like that. You may never know why you went through a difficult time, but you can put what you learned from it to good use. Even if you never quite heal in this place of karmic tenderness, you have the wisdom to pass on once you metabolize the information. This situation may feel familiar, but if you can't remember a story to go with it, it may be left over from a past life, a chapter review of what your soul already knows. If an old pain is triggered, have compassion for yourself. You are more than your troubles. You know the route through, and now it's time to practice what you know. Once you have a solution, add it to your toolkit. If this situation stretches and tests you, take it, see there's a test, take it as a training for the hero within. What are you learning now that can be your secret sauce in the future? Okay, And it says, the situation can set off touchy memories or poke you where it still hurts. Absolutely. Sharp shrapnel can hurt as though coming out, as much coming out as it does going in. Take this opportunity to heal those old places that can transform. It say, allow the pain and troubles of the past to become the wisdom and compassion of the present moment. You have the 12th house. I'm going to read that quick. Introspect. The situation is complex. So learn what's going on behind the scenes before you act, right? Look for private motives, hidden enemies, and surprise angels. So that's what I mean. Don't attack right away. Take a look-see to see why why this is happening, okay? Take time alone to develop an idea or listen within. The 12th house speaks of both who you are when no one's looking and the fact that your faith is inextricably linked to every other sentient being. Work with this metaphor. We are all cells in the body of the divine. It's essential that you take care of yourself, your individual cell, and honor who you are, but you also acknowledge that your work within an organism which operates within the body of all creation. It just takes care of yourself and disregard the rest. If you become a cancer, that brings illness to that great body. If you deny your individuality, you can't do what you were born to do. Both realities are clear and true. You do exist independently and you're part of the collective. It's just a perspective shift. And we had that perspective card come in. Okay? Remember that. It's impractical to get lost in oneness, whether in spiritual bliss or over-identification with your group, and neglect your individual health. But it can feel spiritually painful to feel stuck in the isolated single-cell mindset. Spiritual practice can help you find a healthy midpoint between disconnected, lonely state and a state of connection. Connection to one another, to cause, to the divine. Grounding helps you return to your personal path. So right here, they're talking about grounding. They're talking about getting back to that grounded feeling, because we may have been lost in the Pisces, the big Pisces void of introspection within and outwardly in the cosmos. It can be hard to find a healthy place between feeling subsumed by a group and dwelling in stunted isolation. The 12th house asks you to face your fears. And then the last one is 49, which is the 11th house. And it talks about look for the answer to your question among your social circles, spiritual circles, and work cohorts. So they're saying to reach out to the other people who may be feeling like you. Okay, enjoy your posse. Okay, how can you put together a dream team with complementary skills and mutual respect for one another? Contemplate how to make meetings nimble and dynamic, exciting and efficient. Notice how you're affected by group mindsets, the psychic milieu you share with the circle. If you like what you become in their presence, engage. If you're feeling lonely, join a group with a shared interest. Okay, if you're in a spiritual pain, find a circle in which you can pray and practice Reiki. If you're having trouble meditation, consider practicing Zen. To improve your love life, consider deepening your friendships first. Take the pressure off. Allow it to unfold organically by building a stable circle of friends. If you're honest about what you're looking for, your friends may be able to connect you with possible partner. It says group mindsets can take you places you don't want to go or allow you to avoid the work of one-on-one intimate things. Think for yourself, okay? So the healthy community and strong teams are made up of wonderful bouquet of unique individuals. Right. What I heard from that as I was reading that is exploit the strengths of other people as well. Okay, maybe you're trying to do it alone. Maybe you're working too hard, trying to accomplish too many things by yourself, Pisces, and this is a way for you to get some help. So this has been your Virgo full moon and Virgo reading. As I said, I will be talking probably of Libra in many videos that follow this one. I'm going to leave it. I think that it applies. This was important in itself, in its own unit, to remind you that sometimes switching from one energy completely to the opposite one is something of a challenge. Okay? All right, Pisces, I'm sending you love, light, and blessings. Thank you very much for understanding, and I will see you later. Take care.